Good morning, folks. How you doing today? Dr. Reed here. This next podcast is on the singularity. Now, the series I put together, the singularity here, is a series to help you understand that the Industrial Revolution is over and we're at the beginning of the information age. Now, this is a switch that's going to be a very dramatic shift. It's a shift that's going to be very dramatic, and it's going to be irreversible. And so it's important that you understand this shift that's going to happen and start preparing for it. And so that's the whole purpose of this series, The Singularities here. Now, when we transition over to the information age, the tools we use in the information age are going to be completely different than the ones we used in the Industrial Revolution. Warfare in the Industrial Revolution will look nothing like warfare in the information age. Warfare in the information age is called 5D warfare. Essentially, the Industrial Revolution built arms and tools that would destroy your physical body. But in an information age, everyone's trying to capture your ego. Yep, 5D warfare is about capturing your ego. And what do I mean by capturing your ego? They want to control how you perceive the world. If they control your perception of the world, then they control you. Why? Because that's all you believe is your perception of the world. And that's the purpose of 5D warfare. So TikTok, TikTok is a, let me see. Let me see. What is it? TICTOK? Okay, TikTok. Okay. All right, I'm sure everyone knows is TikTok. TikTok is a popular social media app owned by the Chinese company ByteDance, where users create, share, and discover short form videos. Right. The platform is known for its personalized For You page algorithm, which provides an endless stream of content tailored to individual interests, making it highly engaging. Users can add music, filters, and effects to their videos and add support content ranging from entertainment to comedy and education and news. Right. And so, look, so it's used for, okay, they have short form videos, personalized feeds, creation tools, community trends, user interfaces. Look, it's used for entertainment, education, creative expression, look, marketing and commerce here. Also, it's owned by ByteDance here, algorithm driven, diverse content. Okay, so TikTok is what see, TikTok is mainly for young people. What are the users of TikTok? Okay, I think these are more like the younger. Yeah. So TikTok users are a diverse global audience with a significant portion being young people, right? A significant portion of young people. Um, right. Okay. So TikTok they've been battling over this thing. Finally, TikTok was acquired by Oracle. Okay, so Oracle, Oracle is a Oracle is a U.S. based company. Okay.
The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. You get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same.
I haven't seen these videos.
Tired of feeling priced out of real estate? The NAR delivers quality new homes in the Chicago area at a price you can.
Today, one step closer to completing the TikTok deal, President Trump expected to sign an executive order this afternoon that states the deal is a qualified divestiture, which meets the requirements of the ban or sale law that passed last year. According to the White House, the deal will transfer control of TikTok's U.S. operations and a copy of that all-important algorithm to a new joint venture based in the United States. We're joined now by Shark Tank investor Kevin O'Leary. He is also the chairman of O'Leary Ventures.
So they're trying to get to they're trying to get to the algorithm. If they get to the algorithm, then they get to everybody's minds. They get a chance to program everyone's minds. So here's okay. Now, so the person who owns the company Oracle, his name is Larry Ellison, and at one point he was like the most richest man in the world. He's like number 2 now, right? And so look here.
Well, the renewal of the Jewish state is something that I think touches all of us. For 2,000 years, we were a stateless people. And now we have a country of our own, defended by all the brave men and women of the IDF. So anything we can do to support them, who devote their lives for preserving the state of Israel, keeping the people safe, and allowing our state to continue in sometimes in very, very difficult situations.
You can sort of see the fanaticism in his face when he describes an idealized version of Israel that they want to realize at the expense of genocide, right? Now, getting control. I'm doing a series called "Where Are All Our Leaders?" And this series is very important because at the time of a genocide and all these changes and things like that, it seems like all of our leaders sat down and remained silent. And in fact, it doesn't even appear that we have any leaders at all, at least in the Black community. Where's everybody at? I mean, everyone's sitting down. This is very concerning because certain groups taking over social media and then pumping their narrative to our children without our ability to stop it or to censor it is dangerous. It's very dangerous. It could lead to the mass programming of everyone, right? Everyone who engages with those algorithms. In addition, the phones have video and camera feeds that's always recording. They have ways of tracking the items in the videos, the items and the photographs. And so the amount of metadata that they can extract from the content that you provide them is enormous. And when they gather this information from your children or from you, they gather all this information continuously in the background. It's like always having the capacity to collect information about you that in any way they can use for their own purposes. And you've essentially given them all of this information voluntarily through a platform like this. So this is a type of invasion, this is a type of warfare. But it's the warfare where the people who are trying to target you are studying you right now and gathering everything they can on you to use against you at some point in the future when they need to handle you, right? And I think that's one of the reasons where all our leaders are sitting down right now. Let me see here. Something else. Let's see here. So what is 5D warfare? Fifth generational warfare is a form of conflict fought primarily through non-kinetic means, focusing on manipulating information and the perception to achieve strategic goals. And so it's become clear, that our society, we have overlords, and they have decided that we will do certain things, like the Epstein file. They decided that will not come out, no matter what we say. The genocide, it goes on despite the global protest against it. Nothing can stop it. It's almost to a point that certain groups may be so powerful that entire countries may not be able to take them down. And that's why they can do things. They can do things like this. It involves social engineering, misinformation, cyber attacks, and the exploitation of cognitive biases through artificial intelligence and emerging technologies. See, it involves social engineering, misinformation, cyber attacks. At some point, I think you're going to have to protect yourself from the internet. The battlefield extends beyond physical boundaries, targeting the human terrain by creating internal societal divisions, fears, and distrust in institutions, often without the adversary realizing a war is taking place. Right? Okay, so what's happened is that this is typically the behavior that takes place by narcissists and psychopaths and sociopaths. They target you that way. But what's happening? These techniques have been transcribed into the technological realm, and with technology, they can do the same person. They can do the exact same thing, right? Characteristics: non-kinetic, employs tools like disinformation, social media manipulation, propaganda, and cyber warfare rather than conventional military. The information and perception: the core objective is to influence and control the thought, beliefs, and perception of a population to destabilize a society. Yep, elusive actors: the lines between combatants and civilians, and even between state and non-state actors, become blurred. Yeah. Exploitative vulnerabilities. 5D takes advantage of an existing economic, social, and political problems to sow discord and foster division. Blurred battlefields. The conflict operates in the digital realm, on social media, and in the cognitive space, making the entire world potential battlefield. Democratized tools. The necessary tools are inexpensive and widely available. Even individual small groups may exert disruptive influence. Yeah. How is it conducted? Disinformation campaigns, spreading false lies, cyber attacks, hacking into critical infrastructure, social engineering, manipulating social media and other platforms to rally people for mass protests, targeting third places, the destruction of community centers, churches, and sports, exploitation and cognitive bias, using data and psychological tactics to exploit and create biases in people thinking to achieve desired outcomes. Look at this. Exploiting cognitive bias, using data and psychological techniques to exploit or create biases in people's thinking to achieve desired outcomes. So basically, you groom people to become biased, and then they give you an outcome. Yeah, see, these are the same techniques that the narc has used, but now it's become standard tools. All right, I think that's what all I have to say for today. It's been a pleasure talking to you. So remember, 5D warfare is singular, and I think you start learning about it right away. Reed here. It's a pleasure to you. Take care, guys.